Let's talk about Evil Geniuses. We had high expectations for the talent that squad had, but it wasn't working. They had to make a change. Enable and Nameless are out. Silly and Assault are in. Benson, give me a grade.
D. Maybe an F. I don't really think this change is going to improve EG. Don't get me wrong, EG was a ticking time bomb, right? I think everyone kind of looked at that squad and said, okay, maybe they get a couple of good performances, which they did have early on, but how long is it going to last? It was never going to last the entire year. Anyone that thought it was kind of crazy. But have they really improved the team that much? Maybe you can make the argument, well, maybe mentally, maybe chemistry-wise they'll improve, but in terms of raw skill, I don't think that's a massive improvement by any means. You look at Enable, fantastic talent. Even Nameless as well, fantastic talent. I think you've lost those two. I don't think that's a good change.
I'm with Ben on the talent thing. I don't think it's that big of a change. But why I actually think this is an upgrade, you know I'm all talent, Ben. I really, it's the first thing I look at. But
yes,
there's a couple other things that stand out. Like, you think of three categories. You have your talent,
yep.
you have your chemistry, and then you also have the roles. The roles is the thing I think that stands out the most. Because the biggest problem you had, one, there was a leadership concern. You had Nameless, you had Aches, you had Enable, guys that all wanted to be leaders on the team. That was a problem. Then you had a ton of ARs on the team. Some people trying to play sub-players that weren't actually sub-players. Now you solve that a bit. You get at least another sub-player that's comfortable in that sub-role in Silly, so I think that fixes that. That's the single biggest thing that stands out for me. The roles actually make sense now. When you used to look at this old roster, it was just like, okay, so Apathy's going to run around and fry. Who's that guy with him? Now at least you have that. Now, is it going to work out? I don't know. I did see one scoreboard that was 250 to 32 where they beat FaZe in a hard point.
It's
so,
a scrim. Who cares? That's irrelevant.
250 to 32.
No, that happens all the time.
Do I think that's going to happen on land? No, Ben, no, I don't.
Not.
But still, it looks damn good.
So let me ask you this: What are the roles now in your perfect world of this EG squad? What are your perfect roles?
I mean, obviously you're gonna have SMGs for Apathy and Silly. Okay. Main AR is going to be Assault, and then I think Aches will probably be your flex. That's how I think it's gonna play out, and I think that makes a lot more sense than what it was previously.
Anyone who's watched Aches compete over the past 6, 7 years will tell you he should run a sub. Aches is the best player he can possibly be when he focuses on using a sub. He's phenomenal at it. He's so good at it. He's playing a boots on the ground game. Let him be your main sub. Let him roam around the map.
He doesn't like doing that anymore, though.
It doesn't matter. What does it matter if you like it? Oh, boo-hoo, you don't like it? Tough. You're good at it. This is what you're great at. This is what won you rings. This is what won you championships.
I'm curious how he'll do as the flex. You know, you talk about players that are maybe past their peak in their career, that are in a tough spot. Like, think of our top flexes you have right now, like a Priesthood and a Gunless that are basically at the
He's nowhere near
They're in their form. No, I get that. But that was my concern with Karma on Optic Gaming as well, that maybe he was a little bit past that. He was going to struggle. His first event as the flex, he was incredible. That was the best event he's had. So there's part of me that wonders if Aches, like with that pressure on him where he's got to be that guy in the flex role, is going to step up to the plate. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see how this team goes.
All right, lads. Yeah, we're running out of time here for this squad. But, Maven, I'm actually going to award you 2 points.
Well, thanks, babe.
And the main reason I'm doing that, you're also kind of moving away from that one argument that you constantly have just about talent, and it's usually really dumb. You're maturing on this show.
It's still #1 for me, but there are other pieces.
It's been, what, 9 episodes?
Finally starting to grow up before my very eyes.